somehow I'm having problem with the streaming service. So I'm gonna do it again. This is the month where the Lakers are more exposed to lose the first place on the West. That doesn't mean they are going to, but it means that it's gonna be a really difficult month. We're playing two times against the Mavs. We already played one of those two times and we lost. Uh, and we are playing, I think, two times against the Nuggets um, and Trailblazers. So we're gonna get to have the Mavs at the end of this month. This month is gonna be kind of a nightmare. Because of that, we are gonna play the Bucks, the Pacers. We're gonna play a few really heavy teams, playoff teams, and January doesn't look as easy, either. But this month is gonna be, I think, the most difficult month. Facing the Nuggets twice, and the Nuggets are in second place as at the time I'm doing this. We're gonna face the Clippers again. This time we're gonna have Paul George on the Clippers, which I'm always iffy that Paul George can really make a difference because he is a superstar. He's difficult to guard. He's all those things that people describe him as, but I never seen him to be the deciding factor on the team. Really, I mean, and I don't mean disrespect to him. It's just that he needs to prove that. I had a few really interesting comments. There are rumors of trading KCP, Taylor Horton Tucker, and maybe Jared Dudley for Jay Crawford or Schroeder. So I would like anybody who see this right now or watching it later, what they think about those rumors, if they are true. The Lakers are being exposed by the teams that have beaten them, basically on the same things. They out-rebound them. They dominate and they concentrate on denying the paint area because the three-point shots have been absent basically for the most part. I mean, they hit three-point shots, but the percentage is really, really lower than what we thought it would be at this time of the year. Counting that we have Troy Daniels, we have the one that have been showing up best in that area, Danny Green, but he's still underperforming in that area. Kyle Kuzma is not like the greatest percentage for three-point shots, but he connected a few in a few games. He's not been scoring great, but when he shows up big time, right? So I'm not giving up on Kuzma. KCP did it a few times, but KCP, when he plays his role, he's doing okay. He's doing pretty good actually, but but he sometimes take matters into his own. Like he was the superstar of the team, and he creates a lot of turnovers. He gets desperate, and that's when he's at the worst. And so, for a guy who's getting $8 million per year, I don't think it's. I think it's dragging the team instead of helping it. He's been more than a disappointment for the Lakers. The other thing is, I don't know. He was supposed to save the Detroit franchise. Didn't happen. And the funniest thing is, he was offered $80 million contract to stay there. And somehow we fought that, which makes no sense to me, but we fought that and we got it, and he disappointed. I don't want to talk bad about him because he's a Laker, but I don't see the value of playing him for $8 million a season when he is costing us games, making bad decisions, making turnovers. That's the highlight of what he's been doing. From time to time, maybe 5 games per year, he saves us. He does really great, and everybody goes like, wait, let's give him another chance. But how many chances can we give him? How much can it cost us besides the money to have KCP? And the other thing is that we relax too much. We get overconfident that we are going to turn it on. And when it doesn't happen, teams embarrass us. And that's what happened. I believe in the case of the Clippers, we were just playing together the first time. And this Laker team was assembled pretty much the whole team this year. So they are still learning to play together. They are still getting their nuts and bolts, where they are supposed to be, but they are not there yet. And they still have the best record in the NBA, and that's something to be proud of. Not taking anything from that. But this month is going to be their trial by fire, where those nuts and bolts are going to be tested, and they have to make adjustments as quick as they can. So I want you to comment on what you think of the trade rumors, of the matchups that are coming. Like, we all say that nobody can match with AD. But if there is no, other than LeBron James and AD doing the high scoring on the team, it's a lot easier to beat the Lakers that way. So we need that third and fourth guy that score, 15 points average every night. Somebody who consistently can put around 15 points a night. And we got people that can do that, any given time, but we need somebody consistent. And I'm gonna tell you something. The Clippers do have that. You know? The Clippers have a third player that does that for them. So we need to get that third scorer that actually does it in a every game basis. Because it's not that we can't win, but it's going to be a lot more difficult to win if we're going to depend on the stars too much. And that's not a comfortable thing. While we get that third person, I think we need to do more plays with, run more plays with Jabel and with Dwight. But Dwight needs to keep himself in control. We cannot have him getting technical fouls. I know he's emotional. I know his emotions run through his veins, but we cannot have him getting too emotional in the games that he starts getting technical fouls. We need to control that. Referees work for the NBA. And for the NBA, having the Lakers 17-3 is not the look they want. They want to promote the Clippers, and they like to promote the Bucks because the Bucks have the last year MVP. Now, I'm not accusing the NBA of rigging the games. Or am I? I don't know. But it's very strange that star players that run with the ball, while they are the hot commodity, no referee calls that. And when they are not the hot commodity anymore, then they start getting all these calls. So I don't know. Some of the commentators in the game, when they talk about that, they talk about the lack of consistency the refs are showing, especially this year. They call one thing on one end, and then they don't call the same play that it's clearly the same play on the other end. And while this live stream is not about refereeing is going to be very important for the Lakers in these games, because referees deciding games is not a new thing. And this year they look like they don't care about that, because they are making monstrous mistakes, heavy mistakes. But you gotta play through that. So I trust Vogel. I think he does really great with rotations. I think his schemes are excellent, offensively and defensively. But the team has to buy into, this is not just a game. We're fighting for respect. We are not going to get it if we don't beat the big teams. And that is what it's at stake here. We got to beat the Clippers. We got to beat the Bucks. We got to beat the Nuggets. We got to beat Portland. Portland now, they have the guy that we should have got. You know, we had the opportunity to get, which was Carmelo. Carmelo, he's proving that he could have been that other scorer that the Lakers needed, but now he is in the Trail Blazers, who are who just became a really big threat. We're playing the Blazers twice. We're playing the Nuggets twice. We're playing the Mavs again. And they already beat us this month. So, whatever is necessary to do, we will have to do it. If we get Crowder, Jay Crowder, on the 15th, we're going to have 1 or 2 games before the Clippers game. So we'll know if, or Schroeder, whoever we get, we need to do a play to get somebody. Iguodala, if he goes to the Mavs, as the rumors say, the Mavs are going to become one of the toughest teams in the NBA. He's going to give them something they do not have. And he said, you know, they have a really good two-way players, but a wing defender like that one, they are going to be really, really difficult to beat. So, there you go. We have now a lot. If the West was really difficult, it just turned really difficult. And if Iguodala gets to the Mavs, it's going to be way more difficult. All right? And you know, if you're a Lakers fan, that everybody's gunning for you to beat your team. We got to stand behind the team. And I would want to say that we want to stand behind KCP. And I wish KCP the best. But he's got to control himself. And if he can, we need to trade him. I don't like the idea of trading Taylor Thornton Tucker because I think he would be an excellent wing defender, which is what we need. But if we are not going to use it in the big team, it won't matter. So I will love for teams in the NBA to be taken seriously by the Lakers, to make statements. Like we started doing that, and once we relaxed, teams that were supposed to be easy became, really hard to beat. We can't do that this month. And it's going to be a very tense month. Now, we're 17-3, which means that we have the best chance to make the playoffs. But I believe we need to fight for respect, because we aren't getting any respect for the Skip Bayless types of life. And I want to shut that mouth of Skip Bayless, because he gets really on my nerves every time he talks about the Lakers. He gets really on my nerves every time he talks about LeBron. You know. And I understand what he says, because I grew up playing basketball and grew up watching basketball, and I watched Jordan coming into the league, putting those amazing numbers, all the way down to, all the championships. But it's about time we recognize that LeBron, if he keeps going, he's going to be the GOAT. I mean, we have to understand this. His career isn't over. And if he wins 3 championships with the Lakers, what are we going to call him? Not only he's going to be a guy who wins 6 championships like Jordan, but he's going to be a guy who does it in multiple teams, in which he leads, or he's the second scorer. He's probably getting the MVP this year, unless the league wants to give it to somebody they like better, like they did last year. Because last year, as much as I like Giannis and his plays and his amazing talent, I don't know. I would argue that he was not the number one. And you know what I'm talking about. But LeBron is in a good position to win it this year. The fact of the matter that only last year, for some reason, he wasn't even considered one of the top 3 players because he got hurt. Well, you see now, he's still one of the top 3 players, maybe the best of all of them right now. So, I don't know what to say about, aside from that. I would like to just leave with this. We have so many things we have to work on. Team chemistry. We have to be dominant on rebounding. We have to. And we cannot depend on only 2 or 3 guys. We gotta go. Everybody have to gun for rebounds. Don't fight among ourselves. We gotta keep the defense up all the time, like if we were losing. But we cannot make shots like desperate for if we're behind. So, a lot of not individual stuff, a lot of good passing game, establish the pick and roll, making those 3-point shots, all that has to happen, and it has to happen this month. If not, we're still gonna make the playoffs. Not probably as number 1, because this month and the next are gonna be hard. but we could end up number one, number two anyways, but we gotta make statements. We gotta remind everybody that we are number one because we are good and not because we had an easy schedule, right? So those are my thoughts. I hope you contribute with your thoughts on the commentaries. It was interesting to do the first version of this, that for some reason people are having troubles seeing it. That's why I did this one, and hopefully we can have a very productive conversation. All right. So for the most part, that's all I have to say. Remember to like this video, to like this live stream if you see it on video after this, subscribe, and to share it. I appreciate that. Help my channel grow by doing those things, and we'll talk in the next broadcast. All right. Merry Christmas to everybody. Bye-bye.